Hello my beautiful Pisces, this is V with Pharaoh's Tarot, and I'm here with your weekly elemental water gang spread. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in with us. The cards are pulled. Before we tap in, we will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you want to voluntarily book a reading or give a donation, all of that information is in the description box below. You can only book a personal reading with me via my website. Okay, so let's tap in. You have the Three of Wands with the Death card. So you are in a very transformational phase that's reconfiguring your mind to what it is that you truly want. Maybe you felt like you were actually waiting on the divine when they're actually waiting for you to go through this transformative period, Scorpio energy, right? You may have done a lot of shadow work, a lot of deep cleansings, a lot of ancestral forgiveness, and overcoming a lot of generational curses, okay? And so that's what this period was for. Is to help you get clear on your direction that you want to go in, because there's a couple of ships out there already, so there's always going to be options, there's always going to be choices, but you have to get clear on what you want in order to make the right one for your life. Okay, and so you are overcoming some sort of heartache, and we have the Three of Swords, and we have the pseudo Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. And so this is energy that I'm really getting, where it's like you may be hurting, but telling yourself, no, it's fine, I'm good, I'll get over it, I'll be fine. And it's like the divine is saying, no, it's time for you to really transform that energy. So maybe y'all are now acknowledging that, seeing how these old wounds are holding you back, be it relationships, platonic, romantic, or business situations. You're really seeing how something that hurt you in the past is still continuously showing up in your present, okay? And so you have the Five of Swords with the King of Swords, with the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a decision that you need to make about something here, right? There's some like little manipulation energy that may have been going on. Maybe you were allowing yourself to be seduced by the idea of someone or something or a job, and kind of playing this game to where you give something, I get something, you know. It's just really low vibrational. No one wins with this Five of Swords energy. Okay, you may feel like you're winning in the midst of it, but you don't really. You end up with more wounds. And so the King of Swords is a decision maker. They make the final say, and what they say goes. They don't circle back on their word. No one is able to sell them a dream and manipulate them to working with them again, to being with them again. And you know Neptune is your ruling planet, so your imagination is second to none. You can literally imagine an entire world. And so that is how people who are low vibrational are able to play on your heartstrings, is because they can sell you a dream, okay? But the King of Swords is very logical. It's like, I see what you're saying, but how is this going to make sense? Okay, how are you going to sell me? How are you going to tell me that you're going to be able to, as a job, be able to give me X amount of dollars in 5 years time, when right now my salary is not looking like that? How, as a person who wants to date me and take me to the next level, how can you tell me you'll marry me one day when you haven't even committed to me? We haven't made those type of plans. This is like, I need to see action, I need to see results, and then I'll believe what you're saying. But right now, you're in your single energy, right? You're protecting your assets, you're protecting your coins. You want a partner that can meet you there. You want a job that can compensate you adequately. Okay, and so you have the Fool card. Yeah, you're taking a new beginning. You're leaving all that behind. This is major arcana, so this is the energy that you're moving into, but you still have to practically take those steps. The divine has given you the green light. The path is clear for you to move in that direction, but it's up to you to take those steps and to make the choices that reflect where you want to go, okay? And so we have the Two of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you're hoping that this new cycle will bring in new stability, right? It could be funds with these coins showing up a lot, these pentacles. So you could be hoping for financial freedom. You're hoping not to have to budget so much. You know, you want to have a budget, but not to have such a strict budget with this Two of Pentacles here. And you also don't, if it's like a relationship, you don't want to not know where you stand with the person. Okay, you want to have clarity and stability. And so you're wanting those things and you're believing them for your life, but you're also a little afraid that they won't happen. And I just say to that, don't give in to the energy of what you don't want. Okay, set your intention and move forward as if that intention has already manifested for you. Okay, so you're moving into this beautiful energy here. We got the Sun with the Two of Swords. And so this is the energy of, I get everything I want and I'm afraid that you're just waiting for that other shoe to drop, so to speak. You're waiting for something, quote, bad to happen, while because so much good is happening. Your life is going to be flourishing as you move forward. So the divine is just letting you know your dreams are going to come true. You're going to manifest men. You're going to have amazing partnerships. You're going to have a stable bank account. You're going to be able to, you know, move and travel the way that you want to. But just be mindful that fear is something that we always have to continuously alchemize, because we are humans and we do see and experience situations that we would rather not. And so just keep in mind that, just remember all the new things that the divine is helping you with, and remember all the hard work you already put in the ways you've already transformed. Okay. We have the Nine of Cups with the Four of Swords. Yeah, so this is also emotional fulfillment. All right, and so you are healing that part of yourself that needed someone else to be happy. Yes, others add to our happiness, but we have to come with 100% and overflow of love for ourselves, love for who we are, and love for what we do. Okay, and so you're still healing a part of yourself that still feels like you are not enough, right? But you're still moving into this part of satisfaction. Right, you're overcoming your fear, and maybe you feel like you're doing something wrong because you shouldn't be experiencing fear. You shouldn't be experiencing sadness of everything. Those are human emotions, and that's okay. That's okay to flow through them. The only problem is when you get stuck in them and you allow them to linger, and you allow them to cause you to be stagnant and not make forward progress. Okay, so keeping a journal is important so you can become aware of your thoughts. And also Pisces, you know, you are not only are you a water sign, but you are like the alpha omega 2 fish beginning and end water sign. So get by a huge body of water. Okay, I know the rivers and lakes, if that's what you have, do that. But if you can get next to like a huge ocean or a gulf and just sit there and just take in the energy that as you will realize how important you are, how important your presence is on this planet. Okay, because we cannot survive without water. All right, so I'm gonna pull a Shaman Oracle card for you. Boom, stand still. Come on, you can't make this up. It's time for you to get still, go within, pray, and meditate, and meet the divine on a regular basis. Okay, just regularly do it. 15 minutes in the AM, 15 minutes in the PM. And you know, if you can get quiet time during lunch and just reflect, you know, kind of detach from social media during quiet times, and just maybe put on something instrumental or classical and just be, okay, and silence all of those thoughts and that gorgeous imagination that sometimes runs wild, and you want to get grounded and rooted in yourself. Okay, so the divine is urging you to do that, and by the ocean or in a corner in your house, wherever you can get to first, and then the divine will help you get to where you need to get to. All right, so hopefully this was helpful, my beautiful Pisces. If it was, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you feel moved to join our community. If you want to book a personal reading or give a donation, all of that is in the description box below. That's the only way you can do those things. We're over on TikTok and Instagram where we go live. So join our communities. Like, let's make these lives lit. I want them to be super interactive. So join our communities over there, all right? So much love and light to you, Pisces. Namaste.